First time I saw Trump at a rally telling the crowd that he loved them, but he also hated everybody else. When I saw him leading them in a loyalty oath, using emotions in that way, I realized that this was not politics as usual.
Raise your right hand, everybody. Do you swear that you're going to vote for Donald Trump tomorrow? Raise that hand. I love you. I love you.
He had talked about being president for many, many years with his advisor of the time, Steve Bannon, who is a white nationalist and unabashed racist. Steve Bannon considers himself a student of history, and he likes to think that he knows the cycles of history in terms of resentment and racism, and in this case, he was correct.
This is Italy in 1922. These marching men are charter members of a new Italian political party, the Fascists, founded and led by a flamboyant ex-editor, ex-army corporal, ex-socialist, Benito Mussolini. His movement numbers 1 million members, including uniformed black shirts, and Mussolini successfully forces his leadership on the Italian king and people. Despite the fact that 80% of Italians still support the constitutional monarchy, his threats of violence and revolution win him the office of premier. On his first anniversary, with the aid of gunfire, kidnapping, and castor oil, he is absolute dictator.
At the time Mussolini came on the political scene in 1919, Italy was a limited democracy. People had the vote, women could vote. And Mussolini came in as a revolutionary, as a rabble-rouser, to completely shake things up. One of the most crucial moments of authoritarian capture is when traditional elites invite the authoritarian in the making into power. Fascism was a very violent movement. The political establishment, these traditional conservatives, were so frightened of the continuation of the violence that they actually invited him to become prime minister. He was invited into the office, and they thought that he could be contained and he would kind of do their dirty work, and then they could control him. And tragically, that was not to be. He attacked the press. He attacked democracy as something that wasn't necessary. He joked about having term limits removed. His arch enemy, Giacomo Matteotti, the leader of the Socialist Party, was seen being taken away by fascist thugs. Eventually, his body was found, but it was a huge outrage, and a special investigation was launched with a prosecutor. And in the course of this, Mussolini's career looked like it was over, and he was being asked to resign. And to end this, he declared a dictatorship in January 1925. He changed the special prosecutors. The assassins were given light prison sentences and eventually pardoned, because dictators love to pardon criminals. And Italian society was never the same again.